4, 3, 2, 1, engage!
Hey Spartans, I'm Parker.
And I'm Grace.
Thanks for tuning in. To begin, we hope you enjoyed Salkmania.
Also, 7th and 8th graders, great job on your first ever track meet and baseball game of the season.
Just a reminder that even though it's fourth quarter, this is the most important time for grades, so make sure all of your assignments are in on time.
Also, on that topic, if you have a D or F by the last day of the quarter, you'll have to go to summer school.
Now we have Izzy interviewing kids to see if they liked volleyball.
Over to you, Izzy.
Thank you, Spartan Studio. Now I'm here with, what's your name?
Chloe.
Do you like volleyball?
Yeah.
I challenge you to one match of volleyball.
Okay.
Now I'm here with my next student. What's your name?
Julia.
Do you play volleyball?
Yeah.
Do you enjoy volleyball?
Very much.
Why do you enjoy volleyball?
I really like the team and the sport as well.
Okay, that's understandable. That's why I like it. Would you recommend volleyball to anyone?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Okay, thank you. Next student. I'm here with my next student. What's your name?
Reagan.
That's a really nice name. Sorry, that's random. Do you like volleyball?
Yeah.
Do you like play volleyball, like school volleyball, or outside of school?
I played school volleyball.
What team did you have?
Varsity.
That's nice. Why do you enjoy volleyball?
For like the teammates and the sport overall, I guess.
Would you recommend it to anyone?
Yeah, if you like physical activity and for your wrist to hurt.
Yeah. Next student. What's your name?
Avery?
Do you like volleyball?
Yes.
Did you play volleyball for school, outside of school, or for both?
Both.
That's super cool. Do you enjoy it?
Yes.
What do you enjoy about it?
I like just like actually playing it because I feel like it's actually really easy, but also like a challenge all at the same time.
Yeah, that's really nice. Would you recommend it to anyone? And if so, why?
Yes, I would because I feel like it's just a good sport so you can make friends and stuff because I know I did.
Thank you. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Izzy. What do you think about that?
I thought it was pretty good. I didn't play volleyball, though.
The Monday we get back from the weekend, the 8th graders will be doing their science SBACs, so make sure to be quiet in the halls.
The week after they finish them, we'll start our English and math SBACs.
The weeks that we are testing, there will be a block schedule. The periods will be around 2 hours long. Now we have Abby interviewing kids about the new cell phone policy.
Over to you, Abby.
Spartan Studio. So, what's your name?
Brooklyn.
So teachers are voting on whether we might not have phones next year. What do you think about that?
I think we should.
Why do you think that?
In case there's like an emergency so we can get a hold of our parents.
So we can always use the cell phones that teachers have in their classes. But one of the reasons that we might be getting rid of phones is because kids are taking advantage of them, and this is the first year we've been allowed to have phones. And like kids will take photos of people, steal their phones, and like text other people on their phones. So do you still think that we should have phones or not?
No.
So like you don't think we should have phones?
No, not if people are stealing them and like going on other people's phones and texting people without their permission.
Yeah, okay. Next student. Okay, here's our next student. What's your name?
Genevieve.
So we might not have phones next year. The teachers are going to vote on that. So what do you think?
I kind of think that we should keep our phones because some kids use it as resources and some of us need a way to contact our parents, like if we walk to school and stuff, which I walk to school, so my mom wants me to have my phone.
That's a very good point. So like we might be able to so we can bring them to school as long as we keep them in our backpack. But one of the reasons is because like people will steal kids' phones and like text people and like take photos and stuff. So do you still think we should still have our phones?
Yes, but I think that we should be more careful and the teacher should be watching, like if we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, like when kids are like recording and stuff, and they need to have permission to have their phone out.
That's a very good point. Okay. Now we're gonna go interview a teacher.
Okay.
So, Mr. Caliano.
Okay,
What do you think about the maybe not having phones next year?
I think there can be some good things to having phones, but there can also be some bad things. This was the first year that we've actually tried cell phones in school, and I just think with all of our other resources, like computers, phones in the classroom, I don't really see much of a need for them. But I think it was a trial period, and I think just that the teachers are going to kind of revisit it and just kind of think on next year.
Okay, how do you think it will affect students' grades?
Honestly, I think it'll probably help. I think sometimes it may be a little more of a distraction than anything. So I think it'll improve their grades.
Do you think that kids use their cell phones like out of hand and like take advantage of their cell phones?
I think there is a portion that do, but I think there are a lot of students that are also responsible with it.
And last question, how do you think the students will react to maybe not having phones?
Well, I think 6th and 7th graders will be okay with it because they won't know any different, but I think the 8th graders, it might be a little bit of a challenge.
Okay, so there you have it.
Thank you, Abby. What do you think about the cell phone policy?
Well, personally, I think the one we already have is pretty good, but
I don't really use my cell phone, so I don't think it would affect me either way.
no.
Throughout the next 3 months, Green Bluff will be offering activities over the weekend.
You can maybe go with your family.
Some things they have are flowers, eggs, special secret items, rhubarb, mushrooms, strawberries, and more.
They also have dining and ice cream.
Now we have Kaylin interviewing people on what they would do if they're invisible for 24 hours.
On to you, Kaylin.
This is Kaylin from Spartan News. I am going to be asking random people questions. So, what's your name?
Grace.
Okay, Grace. What would you do if you were invisible for 24 hours?
Sneak out of my house or get away from my sisters.
Honestly? Great for you. Anyways, I think it's time for the next student. Hello. What's your name?
Avery.
Okay, Avery. Yeah. What would you do if you were invisible for 24 hours?
I don't really know. I'd probably, if it'd be really cool to like come to the school at night and see like what it looks like and stuff.
Reminds me of YouTube 3 a.m. challenges. Anyways, this is Aylin from Spartan News. Over and out.
Thank you, Kaylin. What would you do if you're invisible for 24 hours?
I would go to Paris. I would beat up a mime, and he would get a standing ovation.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Okay. Did you guys know that North Central High is one of the best schools in the nation?
Now, on that note, that's all we have for this week, Spartans.
We hope you have a good weekend.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye,
Bye,
Spartans.
Spartans.